The National Council for Civic Education, in collaboration with UNICEF under the United Nations Partnership on Rights of Persons with Disabilities, on Sunday, March 16, commenced a series of regional learning forums aimed at advancing the rights and inclusion of persons with disabilities in the Gambia. According to the Gambia Federation of Disabled, more than 10% of the country's population live with a disability. Despite some progress, challenges such as inadequate resource allocation, limited awareness and ineffective implementation of Persons with Disabilities Act 2021 continue to hinder access to essential service, employment and public participation. Stigma and discrimination remain a major barrier to full inclusion. Yusuf Bojan, Chief Civic Education Officer of the NCCE, highlighted that despite commendable effort by various stakeholders, including the National Council for Civic Education, the Gambia Federation of Disabled, and numerous civil society organizations, significant challenges persist for persons with disabilities. Mr. Bojan stated that the forum will focus on Persons with Disability Act 2021 to enhance public understanding and empower persons with disability to know their rights and demand accountability from duty bearers.
So this session will serve as a platform for open dialogue, knowledge sharing, and collaboration, but also problem-solving platform. Thus, we are here to foster meaningful dialogue, share best practice, identify and address challenges, provide concrete recommendations, and deepening. Our key focus of our forum today will be to delve into the provisions of this Act, that is the Persons with Disability Act 2021. We will work towards enhancing an understanding of this crucial document, empowering persons with disability to know our rights, but also be able to demand accountability from our duty bearers. Similarly, this session also will help to enlighten some of us that are duty bearers, some of us that are service providers, those of us that are caregivers. This will be an opportunity for us to learn and have an understanding of what is our duties, but also what is our responsibilities in this very important legislation that we are talking about.
Speaking on behalf of UNICEF, Marcos Angula, Child Justice Officer, commended the government for championing the Persons with Disability Act 2021 and aligning national policy with the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. However, he stressed that legal frameworks alone are not enough and must translate into tangible actions.
Legal frameworks alone are not enough. We must translate policies into tangible actions. We must expand inclusive education, improve healthcare access, and ensure that children with disabilities are protected from discrimination and violence. The time is now to continue with the implementation of the Persons with Disabilities Act.
Setu Sanyan, Director of the Gambia Association of the Deaf and Hard Hearing Female Wing, expressed grave concern over the lack of implementation of Persons with Disability Act, noting that its failure to be enforced greatly affects persons with disabilities and constitute a violation of their rights.
It has to be implemented. If there are laws which have been signed, like UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability and other laws, but no implementation, meaning that we are nowhere.
Principal Magistrate Mohammed Krubali emphasized that having legislation without implementation is tantamount to a dead letter, a law without purpose.
In legislation without its implementation, and of course tantamount to dead letter without purpose. And we are hopeful that this collaborative approach that really makes a clarion call to different institutions and stakeholders here present, we will now push together, stand in solidarity to ensuring the success of this particular noble cause. Article 4 of the Convention and Section 6 of Persons with Disabilities Act 2021 are very clear, which actually vest responsibility on the government to ensure the full and effective realization of all the fundamental rights of persons with disabilities as enshrined in the particular laws.
Karamo Sise, Ward Councillor for Talindin South, cited cases where family used their relative living with disability as a source of survival, forcing them on the street to beg while keeping the proceeds for personal gains.
With disability, some people, their infant family use them for a source of survival. They will use them to be on the streets. Whatever money they generated from there, they will take it from them and then use it for their own survival. At the end of the day, those people are given a small amount. I think those kind of notions should, after this training here, we should try and then sensitize our people very well.
As this initiative aims to enhance dialogue and collaboration among government agencies, civil society organizations, and disability rights advocates, the learning forums to be organized across the country's 7 regions are expected to make significant strides in ensuring a more inclusive society where persons with disabilities have equal opportunities and are actively involved in national development process. For TFN News, I am Aliu Jallo.